As Martin Holland, Executive Chairman and Managing Director of Cobre, what you have just witnessed there is Cobre's inspiring vision that we've put together, and the importance of exploration for the world to go to net zero carbon by 2050. Explore and discover. So Cobre itself is listed on the Australian Stock Exchange with the ASX code CBE. We have a market cap at the moment of around $25 million, with circa about $8 million in the bank. Due to this conference being the African Mining Summit, we're going to focus only on our African projects in this presentation, and I won't be touching on the Australian assets the company owns. The board itself is led by myself, Martin Holland, Andrew Sassine, Finance Director, and Michael McNeely is a non-executive director, and also Michael Addison being non-executive director. So the company has a clear growth strategy. It's a pure play copper explorer, strong fundamentals, set for growth, experienced board and management that's also found discoveries in Africa, and a strategic land package, which is diversified across two jurisdictions, being Australia and Africa. So I've got here the clear path to at $15,000 a tonne. We've obviously seen a rapid increase in price of copper over the last period. It's strengthening now to a bit over $9,000 a tonne. There's no decarbonisation without copper, and the green transition will support a surge in copper demand. The copper market is unprepared for this critical role, and sticky supply threatens to deplete copper stocks by mid-decade, which is quite interesting, and therefore exploration is key, and also new discoveries. So I'm going to focus here on the Kalahari Copper Belt, which is based in Botswana. Cobre entered into a joint venture with a company called Metal Tiger, which is now 51% Cobre, 49% Metal Tiger. And the joint venture was finalised in April this year of 2021. We approved a 7,000 metre RC and diamond drilling program, which is currently underway. And the exploration that we're doing is adjacent to major development projects, being Kuprikian's high-grade Zone 5 copper silver deposit, and Sandfire's T3 copper silver deposit as well, which both are going to be in production in the near term. A strong investment in this area from both the business sector in regards to mine development and government in power infrastructure aimed at opening up the Kalahari Copper Belt in Botswana. And as I said earlier, we're currently drilling. We've had 5 rigs drilling over the last few months. Diamond and RC is underway on our project areas. So the future of the Kalahari Copper Belt. The question is there a Tier 1 discovery left to be found on this belt? So the belt is still largely underexplored, and the Kalahari Copper Belt remains immature in terms of discovered metal endowment. Most deposits historically have been found on limb-hosted main redox contact. What we're focusing on here is more of the T3A4, presenting a newer category of non-traditional limb-hosted deposits, so nearer surface, open pitable, higher grade deposits. Advancements in this sort of geophysical techniques and geological understanding, in particular, a structural interpretation, could be the key to unlocking further metal endowment in this belt, which is quite exciting time for the area. As I mentioned, there's currently 2 development projects at present. Sandfire is looking at 5.2 million tonnes per annum of throughput over the next period, and up further north, you've got 4.5 million tonnes of throughput happening. So again, you've got a lot of capital that's gone into exploration into these discoveries, which is now moving towards the development stage. The infrastructure and power lines are starting to get built, and you're starting to see the movement of this area becoming an area that's going to be producing copper for many years moving forward. So the area itself, from Cobre's perspective, we own 51% of Kalahari Metals Limited, which is the second biggest license holder in this district. So we own roughly 8,100 square kilometres of tenure across this portfolio. So from an exploration perspective, we started drilling in May, all the way through now June, July, August. We're now in September. We've still got exploration ongoing at present. We've spent roughly $5.7 million to date. on geophysical surveys, soil sampling, drill target development, a successful proof of concept drilling and current drill programs. This exploration now program is focusing 2021 on focus on first pass drill testing on selected structural targets of Kit East and Kit West project areas. And drilling testing is ongoing with multiple rigs currently drilling our project areas. So Kitlani East has two targets. They're named Endurance and Perseverance. So the first target is looking for mineralization in similar structural environment in neighboring T3 and A4 deposits. So this area is quite close to those mines that I've mentioned earlier. Soil sampling coverage over 6,200 samples and also aerial electromagnetic over 1,640 kilometers, high resolution magnetical data of 1,800 kilometers. Historical data has been interpreted. There was some deep strat holes that were drilled in 2020, which confirmed the lower Dakar formation alteration and traces of mineralization on structures. And 2021, which we're doing now, target diamond and RC drilling in progress. So Perseverance being the target here of focus. We've got detailed magnetic AEM data used to identify fold by low angle shears in the core of the anticline. So we're targeting these near surface trap site mineralization and also drilling quite deep as well. So as deep as sort of 800 meters to test the contact of the area. So a target model includes mineralization of the MPF and the Dakar contact in the main fold hins, and a diamond program, as I've said a few times, this presentation is currently underway. You can see here the two holes that we're currently drilling. The first hole there, which has been drilled down now, it's at about 750 meters as I sit here today, and we're getting through around 20 odd meters a day. We're looking to hit the contact over the next period. Interestingly, from a visual perspective, at around 600 or so meters deep, we've hit some chalcopyrite, which on the XRF, when you zapped it on the vein, it came back at 18% copper, which was positive, and also some galena, which is all giving our technical experts confidence that we're getting closer to the contact zone. In parallel with that, we've just appointed another drilling company who's working alongside as a follow-up hole. And this hole that is currently about 60 meters through is looking to test the near surface at around 300-400 meters in the target area for structural controlled mineralization, and also up depth. So you're getting two sort of different types of geological structures that we're targeting in one hole, which is quite intriguing. The next target is Kitlani East drilling at Endurance. There's been a lot of RC and diamond drilling that's been recently completed. Again, targeting these trap sites, they're all near that Sandfire's T3 area. The strat has confirmed lower Dakar and several anomalous copper, lead, and zinc intersections, along with hematite and carbonate alteration, pyrite-rich dark showers, crackler breccias, and abundance of quart carbonate veining highlight the presence of an active bearing hydrothermal system, which is encouraging. There'll be follow-up that happens here on our next program. The Kitlani West is the third area that we're targeting. Again, structural controlled mineralization above the contact, mineralization on fold limbs and in hinge zones. Exploration has happened here, and we are also designing a new program to commence further exploration on this area. A lot of work has happened, a lot of news flow to come out of this current program, but also moving forward, we will look to design and get a board approval to approve the next stage and budget for exploration on these three areas. For the team itself, it's a very strong technical team. It's got people that have found major discoveries in this area and have had a lot of experience over multi-decades. Strategic money in the ground budget and JV budget. So 2020, a lot of work was done. 2021, targeted work was completed. And 2021, as I mentioned now, that we're using a lot of that information that we've gathered over the years and now putting the drill bit into the ground with some quite deep holes to understand exactly what's happening geological across our tenements. So that's the background on Botswana. We move over to the second project in Africa, which is in Gabon. This is a belt scale project focused on magmatic nickel copper discovery in Gabon. Cobre owns 18.5% of a company called Armada Metals, which is looking to list later this year on the Australian Stock Exchange. There's been a portfolio of projects that span over 3,000 square kilometres here. First mover advantage in untested nickel copper Cobre PGM sulfides in Gabon. It's a very strategic, again, big scale thinking, big exploration targeting massive deposits that can make a slight difference to the path towards net zero carbon in 2050. That's our vision and our goal as a company. The drill ready targets key surface and subsurface indicators of magmatic nickel copper ore formations and belt scale opportunity in a multi-project opportunity in a stable jurisdiction with solid extractive industry. So the company itself is very excited by the large scale opportunity from an exploration perspective of this project area. Interestingly, global magmatic nickel copper deposits are generally large. All deposits are on or near craton margins. So this project here is on the border of the Congo craton. The ages, etc., obviously very old geology. Large deposits form in long-lived fault systems and strongly controlled by pre-existing structures. A crustal source of sulfur is very important, which we have here, and mineralization is both disseminated and massive. So there's a map here which shows where all the large magmatic nickel copper discoveries are found. So this is a belt scale opportunity. And the CEO who's actually running this got the award for the Lindsay discovery, which was the main discovery found by Ivanhoe, which was Kamoa, which was in the Congo. So again, in-country experience working across our technical team. And that's it for the presentation. And I thank everyone for their time. Thank you.